Do you like math mixed with your racing? Well, I hope so, because we saw the Monster Energy Supercross Triple Crown format in full here in Atlanta. Yes, they gave it a run at Anaheim too, but most people didn't like that track. It was the first time they'd ever really rolled that out in a points-paying Supercross race. The first race was a little bit short. It wasn't the most exciting thing, but the potential was there, and we realized that potential on a much more technical track with a little bit longer first main event here in Atlanta. This is your race recap on RacerX, brought to you by the good folks at Troy Lee Designs. Yeah, but as far as that math thing goes, man, really hard to explain exactly how it all broke down, but that's really the point of the Triple Crown format. With 3 different shorter races, but not all short, the last main event in each class is about as long as they used to be before we went to the timed format, which only started last year. Every rider really had a chance to be a star at some point tonight. So that sort of parity, that sort of mixed up, unpredictable results and math was really the goal of this format. And we absolutely saw it in the first race. It was Christian Craig in his first race on a Honda 450 this year, filling in for both Cole Seeley and Ken Roczen leading. Justin Brayton gets around him, and Brayton hung tough. He was up front in that first Triple Crown race at Anaheim. He said the last 2 weeks, Brayton, the tracks really weren't good for him. He was confident that this track would work for him. Jason Anderson caught Brayton, showed him a wheel, almost got by him momentarily, and you're thinking Anderson's the points leader. He's going to get Brayton. But Brayton actually wheelied away to win it. This is as close as there is to a home race for Brayton, who is based in North Carolina these days. He was happy, and he actually admitted to me that he rode badly in the second race because he was celebrating, was so pumped from the first event that he wasn't really locked in mentally, had a bit of a race 1 hangover in race 2. So scratch him really from overall contention. Beyond that, it was nutty. Eli Tomac and Marvin Musquin didn't have the starts they wanted in the first race. They caught Brayton and Craig and Anderson and Blake Baggett, who were battling. Baggett and Anderson were all over each other, keeping the crowd on the edge of their feet. On their feet, on the edge of their seat. And the second race was just as good. Cooper Webb got a good start and stuck with Jason Anderson all the way to the end. A few bobbles by Anderson on the last lap. Let Webb get there and almost pass him. It was only 0.4 of a second at the finish. So that was a great one. The final race wasn't quite as good. Anderson had the overall under control, but Marvin Musquin was able to win that one. That's his first checkered flag, really taking it first since the injury back at round 2 at Houston. So if you're Brayton, you had a shining moment. If you're Tomac, you had some good runs through traffic, so he had some moments. Blake Baggett almost pulled all 3 starts tonight. He ended up crashing out of the last race, but he was in contention. Anderson was the one that won the overall. Musquin with that last race win, he's got to be happy. And Craig had some great moments, as did Cooper Webb. So that's the real goal of the Triple Crown format, to give more riders, more teams, their chance to shine on a given night, and of course to keep the fans entertained. And the spectacular finish of the second main and the great battle throughout the first main absolutely did that. Now, I've taken some grief for supporting the Triple Crown format. I will leave this argument right here with you. Just think about this one for the next week. If this was the normal Supercross format, the Triple Crown, and someone decided to introduce one that had 2 races that counted for nothing but gate pick at the beginning of the night, you would think that is the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard. We only like it because that's what we're used to. So give the Triple Crown a chance. It was really good tonight from Atlanta. We'll see you from Daytona next week. Thanks to Troy Lee Designs for backing these videos.